would tell her that everything she needs to be successful is already there. It's already inside, but she has to take a chance on herself. And people are going to say no, and that's part of the journey. But if she believes in herself and she pushes herself to live her best life, everything's going to work out. And then I graduated and I'm like, and then I see how other people treated college. I'm like, oh, damn, that's how you're supposed to do it? Whoops. Things are not cute in the nonprofit world.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if I'm serving women, my organization is going to be a place for beauty and of beauty.
Yeah.
So we're going to do good and look good doing it.
Yeah. Okay. Trailblazers, welcome back. I'm your host, Toot Kylech, aka K1. I'm so happy that you clicked on the video. I appreciate the support. If you find any of the information or the conversation helpful, please leave a like, a comment, share, subscribe to the channel, leave a 5-star review, please. It took a long time to put this up, and we already recorded a whole bunch, and here we are. So today we are in the podcasting room at Turbine Flats. Today we are joined by a phenomenal community builder, an entrepreneur, a powerful woman, the founder and executive director at Echo Collective. This girl has been getting her flowers, and I feel like you got a lot. But let me explain some of the flowers that she has received. She is the Inspire 2023 Founders Award winner, 2024 YPG Young Professional Award winner, and recently was selected to be a part of the 2024-2025 Obama United States Leader Program. That's heavy.
Yeah.
I have a couple questions about that later. So so Trailblazers, please help me in welcoming Kelly Ross to the podcast.
Thanks.
You guys don't know. But yeah, Kelly and I met. I hit her up because I became a community builder at NeighborWorks. I was new. I was trying to see who are the movers and shakers. What kind of relationships do I need to build in order to connect residents to resources and whatnot? And because I was trying to think about it when I was watching interviews. I was like, I still don't know where I met or first saw you.
Mm-hmm. I do really think it was in the halls of Turbine Flats.
Okay. If you are a startup business and looking for space, holla at Matthew Wegner at Turbine Flats.
Lisa Davis.
Shout out Lisa. Okay. So the purpose of this podcast, Kelly, is to provide listeners with a mindset and a perspective they need to become fulfilled and successful, whatever that means to them. But fulfillment is number one to me. We want to encourage people to take the leap of faith and get off the fence and start their journey and stop overthinking. So could you tell us a little bit about your upbringing leading up to high school? And did you know what you wanted to do after high school? Let's hear it.
Well, I was homeschooled.
Yeah.
And the reason I was homeschooled was so my educational atmosphere could be controlled a little bit.
Educational atmosphere.
Yeah. And so ultimately, I'm really glad that I was homeschooled. I made a lot of friends.
Yeah.
And I think I really appreciated having friends of different ages.
Okay.
Because that was really normal. Like
Wait. Homeschooled. You knew a lot of people.
Yeah. I mean, there's a huge community here.
Oh.
Yeah. And so I had friends who were 4 years older, a couple years younger, and it was just normal. Like we'd all hang out together. And so that was really great because then it changes your maturity. It changes your ability to speak with people of different ages.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So then when I went back to public school as a junior, I mean, that was super weird how everyone just hung out with everyone in their own grade.
Everybody's already in the clique. Oh, with everybody within their own grade.
It was so weird to me. And people would think you were weird if you hung out with people younger than you. But if you hung out with people older than you, that was
cool.
Fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was really strange. And so, ultimately going back to public school was super traumatic and the worst.
Yes. Public school can be like that.
Yeah. But however, I think it really forced me to grow up and to realize that the world can be a cruel place.
Yeah.
And that the only thing you can do is be the nice one in the room.
Yes. I literally had a post today. I forgot what I said. Be a kind person, even if people are being mean to you or something like that. Because there's a lot of negativity going around, especially in high school. I think it's a lot of insecurities. So a lot of people would rather put you down to make themselves feel a little better.
Yeah.
That's how I see it.
Yeah.
Me, I was not like that. I was trying to be cool with everybody.
Yeah. I think I probably was mean.
A lot of people feel like that.
Yeah. I'm sure if someone hears this and they're like, she was the meanest girl in high school, I'm not going to challenge them on that. No, because I was like fighting for my life in there. I'm like, I do not know how to behave. I was super insecure. So yeah, I like to think that I was nice to everyone, but I'm not gonna die on that hill.
But like you said, it was kind of traumatic. Because, like, okay, I really want to go back to this homeschool thing. So you guys would hang out with each other? So you guys would chill at somebody's house?
Yeah. Or there was, like, homeschool drama and homeschool choir. And
if you knew about this, comment homeschool down below. Because I never knew this.
Homeschool?
Yeah. That means you went through homeschool or you knew about it. But homeschool drama. So you were in, like, show choir? Do y'all have show choir?
It was okay. It was not singing and dancing at the same time.
But you would sing.
That's extreme.
Yeah.
But no, yeah, there was choir, and then there was drama, so acting.
Did you do it?
Yeah.
I think acting is super fun.
I love acting.
Yes.
I hate musicals though. I hate going to performances, but if I'm on stage, then
it's a different feel.
Yeah, that's the Leo. That's the Leo in me. Yeah.
Okay, so if you could travel back and talk to the 18-year-old Kelly, what would you tell her? What advice would you give her?
Yeah, first, go to therapy. 100%. I desperately needed it. I genuinely don't know a young person that doesn't need therapy. Actually,
especially when you're younger.
Yeah, we actually have a volunteer at Echo right now that I don't know if she needs it. You know what? Maybe she has had therapy for a long time, and that's why she's so amazing.
Oh.
But yeah, you all need therapy. Figure out how to get it. There's a lot of free resources out there, especially if you're younger. So exploit those. Try to find free therapy because it's going to help you be a better adult. 100%.
Agreed. Like I learned through therapy when I went to UNL, and they're offering it for free, and I was like, I need help not being a people pleaser because I grew up in a culture where it's like, if mom or dad asked me to do something, I have to do it. And over the years, anybody who was an authority figure or somebody who I kind of admired or looked up to, I would tell them yes, regardless of what it was. And it just kind of carried on and became a habit. So when we're out and about, residents are asking us something, members are asking us of something, it's hard to say no.
Yeah.
But she's like, you need to reclaim your power back. I was like, what does that even mean?
Yeah, no kidding.
So you learn a lot about yourself by talking out with a person that doesn't really know you, but could kind of point out some of the cogs in your mind that you keep getting caught in.
Yeah, for sure. And I think, so I didn't go to therapy actually, I just started with an individual therapist this year.
Whoa.
I know. Crazy, right? It's too bad. But I've been to therapists before, like with my partner, but I've never been alone. And I don't know why exactly, but I have a hunch that it's because I was scared.
Yes.
I was so scared to go to therapy because I didn't want to go in there and feel things.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You're definitely going to feel something in therapy.
Yeah. But at the same time, like if you're not willing to feel those deep feelings to heal yourself, then you're not a full person. You're just like a shell walking around.
Agreed.
And don't waste your life on being a shell.
Yeah. Why would we do that? When we're here as humans, we should feel all the spectrum of emotion. Like I think, especially when I worked with kids don't know how to express themselves. So it's either anger or joy and just like branching off emotions from that. But as you get older and knowing what emotions arise out of you, be aware of it. But at that point, then you can kind of funnel that emotion to express it. So a lot of the times when I'm frustrated and I feel like I'm all up in my brain, I need to write it out. Or I need to do a voice note, just talk it out. And then I listen back and I'm like, okay, I'm definitely stuck in a loop about this. But with the help of a therapist, they will give you the tools instead of you just doing it by yourself. You're not supposed to do things by yourself, especially when it comes to things in your mind. We need each other. We're social beings and we're here to help one another. And I feel like you said, therapy is needed for everybody, especially immigrant and refugee people.
Yeah.
Because in our cultures, you don't talk about things.
Yeah.
Because like everybody feels like they're trauma dumping on each other. Then it becomes like the oppression Olympics. I had to go through this.
I shouldn't laugh, but that's funny.
No, but for real, a lot of people are like, well, I had to go through this, and that. I'm like, whoa, this is odd. But I think we're coming to an age where folks are becoming more comfortable. You see ads of BetterHelp everywhere. This is a thing that we all need.
Yeah.
So,
Well,
18-year-old
and like,
Kelly.
I also want to mention that like white supremacy is deep in our culture. And like white people who are caught up in that generational curse of white supremacy, we don't talk about feelings either.
Ooh.
Because the second you admit that you're not perfect, that opens the door to you being the same
As everybody else.
And there goes the supremacy. What's the whole point of all this if you can't be the perfect one in the room?
Dang. Yeah. A lot of things you've said today, even before this episode, it's really like, oh, I didn't even correlate it with that. That makes sense. So when you were in leaving high school, going into college, what were the feelings that you were feeling, trying to figure out what it is that you really wanted to do? What were those feelings? Was it doubt?
Panic, insecurity,
Like
anxiety.
a disappointment if you don't graduate, make your parents upset or something? I know there's some folks that feel that way, so they just do something just to go with the flow.
Yeah. Well, okay. I truly feel like I was living in fight or flight until just a couple years ago. And so when I have to think back to any time previous, it's really hard for me to do that.
Yeah.
Because when you're in fight or flight, you can't create memories well, and they don't get logged very well. And the memories that do get logged usually are the super, super highs and super, super lows.
Yeah.
And so, but I do know, so I was the first one in my family to go to college. And so I had no idea what I was doing. And I didn't know why I was even going to college. I knew that I needed to get a degree. But I didn't realize that it's more about the experience and trying new things and meeting people and networking. Like that's what college is all about. And I was just like showing up to classes sometimes.
Yeah.
And like, you know, C's get degrees.
Yeah.
And, like
That's me.
just to get that piece of paper.
Literally.
And then I graduated and I'm like, and then I see how other people treated college. I'm like, oh, damn, that's how you're supposed to do it? Whoops.
And I'm not going back. That's a lot of money.
Yeah. I can't decide. Should I just put all of my eggs in the basket where someday I get like an honorary degree from Harvard or something?
I don't think that's a bad idea.
Or should I go back and get like a master's? And I can't decide which path to take. I will decide by the time I'm 40.
Wait, how do you even get an honorary I feel like...
Because if you're so good at something, they give you degrees.
That's why I was like, wait, how did Shaquille O'Neal get an honorary doctorate from Harvard?
He did?
That makes sense. Yes.
Yeah, see?
Like
I don't
MBA.
know. Should I just hope that happens
I
one
think
day?
so. I think so. I think you're on a good path. It'll happen.
We'll see.
Head her up in the future, UNL by 40. So what I tell people, go after high school, get your feet wet, work in the industries that you're curious about. Because at that point, you'll get to see if it's actually what you want to do. I used to work in construction. I don't know why I worked in construction. But the thing is, I learned that I like to work with my hands. And I liked to do things that I could see an actual result, right? That led me into retail. I like clothes. But I think the reason why I liked retail, talking to people. That's my problem.
Where'd you work?
I worked at JCPenney. I worked at Fans. It was a sports store in the mall.
Nice.
Back in the day.
Got all your snapbacks there?
Yeah. I have too many. And then I went and worked for Parks and Recreation because it was so flexible with me going to school. And then I was like, I couldn't go to school right away. So I graduated 2011.
Mm-hmm.
But I had a scholarship to go play football at UNO. But that was the same year they cut the football program. So I was like, oh, shit, I don't know what to do.
That sucks.
So a lot of my friends were going to Hastings. So I was like, okay, I'll go there.
Mm-hmm.
Then I talked to folks in the financial aid office. They were like, well, we need you to verify your citizenship. I was like, oh, cool. Well, I don't have that document, but I have my green card. But the thing it was expired.
Oh, no.
Yeah, but they were like, well, how old are you? I said 19. They're like,
oh, no.
did your dad become a citizen? I was like, yeah. They're like, well, he can just sign this paperwork and then you should be all right to receive a FAFSA and scholarships. But my dad was in Africa at the time, in the bush. You are not getting anything faxed to him.
Shoot.
So at that point, I was like, dang, I don't know what to do now. I can't get scholarships. I can't do a lot of things. So I didn't go to school until like 2017, until my dad came back. So throughout that time, I got to understand what it is that I really wanted to do. And so that's why I tell people, just get your feet wet. Then you can then be very focused and determined to complete that goal of not just getting the piece of paper, but meeting the people who studied and got educated alongside of you, so you guys can become the future leaders of tomorrow in whatever industry that is.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And anytime you catch yourself thinking, oh my gosh, I'm 21 and I haven't done this, and that.
You're 21.
Or I'm 23 or I'm 25 or I'm this age and I haven't done this thing that either my peers are doing or I've always wanted to do by this age.
Yeah.
Like, it's really hard to take this to heart because I understand why you're feeling that way, but it's garbage. It's
Straight
total garbage because I took 6 years to get a 4-year degree.
Me, I was close to that. Yeah.
I took a long time. I graduated not knowing what the heck I was going to do. And then like now I'm just cruising along, living my best life, you know? But at the time I felt so
Panicking.
behind.
Yes.
In so many ways.
That's how I felt. I was just talking to my buddy. He's like TikTok famous, right? We were having this conversation in the parking lot at Innovation Studios. He was like, bro, it's crazy. A lot of people in my generation are depressed because they're not like millionaires at 18 or by 20 or 21 because they see it everywhere on their phones.
Yeah, and they think it's normal.
That's not real life.
No.
That's like a very small percentage of people. But you also have to understand people are on the internet also faking it too. Not everybody is like that. So be very curious and follow your curiosity and your intuition to see what it is that you want to do. When did you start to make the shift to starting your own company? So I was looking at interviews and you were talking to this woman in the Congo about her nonprofit. Mm-hmm. So tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah. So it's not clear cut. You make so many millions of steps to get anywhere in life.
Yep.
And this was one of those millions of steps.
Yeah.
So she let me intern with her and I learned all about what it looked like to work at a nonprofit. Granted, it was a really small nonprofit, but I got like a slice of it. And then I got this idea to start entrepreneurship here because that's what they're doing in Congo.
Yeah.
And at the time I was teaching English and one of my students came up to me and she's like, hey, can you help me start a business? And so I thought, okay, well, that's kind of a big ask.
Yeah, that is.
Because helping someone with a business isn't just like it's a
one and done thing.
Yeah, now you're set up, you're good to go. And I wanted her to be successful. So I knew she needed like a long-term support system. So I thought, what does that look like? And of course, what education does that require? And so that's how Echo Collective came to be. It was like a cosmic intersection of me seeing what it looked like in Congo, having some experience with the inner workings of a nonprofit. And while at the same time, I had women who I loved so dearly in my English classes asking me, hey, can you help?
And you were like, this is a service that is needed.
Yeah. And honestly, okay, so at the time, I was still feeling kind of like a small fish in a big pond.
Yeah.
Like that's how Lincoln was for me. Like I thought I knew all the services out there because I'd been
There is a lot.
Yeah, I'd been working for 8 years by that time in the nonprofit sector. So I thought I kind of knew everyone, but I still wasn't quite sure. I didn't have any idea about Omaha, right? So I'm like, but I know Lincoln doesn't have this.
Yes.
So it's been 4.5 years. I still have yet to find any organization in the nation that's doing what we're doing. Yeah.
That's awesome.
I know. And in the beginning I didn't know, but you know what? I thought to myself, if I take this first class in 2020, if I take 6 of these women through this class and no one else wants to take it and I've put in all this energy to do it, I've changed 6 lives.
That's huge.
That's huge.
Yes.
And I will have take the lessons I learn, because we're always learning lessons if you have your eyes open.
Yes.
I'll take the lessons I learned and I'll just go do something else.
Yes. See, I like that mindset because it wouldn't allowed you, like if you didn't know who you were and how your gifts could be applied to the world, you wouldn't have found that opportunity to bring such a service to Lincoln, but also nationwide, it seems like. Because that's, as the world continues to be more globalized, there's going to be more immigrant refugee families, especially women, that are entrepreneurs who don't even know what entrepreneur means. They're just trying to get by.
Yes.
But here in the States, you can make that a living.
Yes.
So what are some of the things that you have learned from the women that go through your cohort or your multiple cohorts that you've done? What are some of the things that you've learned from them, especially as they go down the path of creating their own business?
I've learned that life will open doors for you if you turn the handle.
So you got to do a little work too.
Yeah, you can't just knock. You can't just sit on the stoop outside and cry.
Wow,
like try the handle, because the door might open. You don't know if that door is locked or not until you try to open it.
That's so true.
So that they've taught me that. They've taught me how to be brave. That, like, if they can do what they've done, I can do anything.
Yeah.
Like, I can't even pretend to be, like, yeah, physically, I still get scared. Like, my Apple Watch. I have a thing where on my Instagram, every time I'm somewhere, my Apple Watch is, like, buzzing. And it's like, it appears that your heart rate is alarmingly high, even though you've been seated. It's because I'm giving a presentation. Oh. It's because I'm speaking. I always get, like, physically, I get so nervous. But because of first of all putting myself in that situation over and over again, mentally I'm like, I got this. Like, my body's freaking out, but whatever. Like, there's nothing I can do about that.
It'll be all right. Give it a little time.
Yeah, but they've taught me that, because they go up and speak in front of people with all the English words they know, and it's not fluent and it's not professional academically professional, but they kill it. They do amazing. Because
think about that. If you go to a whole different place, whole different nation, don't speak the language, but had to learn on the go. Next thing you know, you're presenting your business to other folks, and now you're, hold on. But now you, a lot of people feel like everybody has to learn English, but they don't even know a second language. And the bravery it takes to say yes to an idea like proposing your business to a whole bunch of people, and you know your English is not good, but the thing is, the idea and your story is what makes people light up. So Because like, where are most of the women that go through your cohorts from? Like, what region of the world?
They're from all over. So I'd say roughly half are from Spanish-speaking countries,
Okay.
primarily Mexico, and then we have some women from Central America as
Yeah.
well. And then like Southeast Asia, like Myanmar, Cambodia. We have quite a few women from the Middle East. That's where the other larger population of ours comes from. So a lot from Iraq. We've had Syria, Afghanistan, Iran. And then, of course, we've had some from Sudan. And I hope to see a lot more because we do have such an amazing population here in Lincoln. So I anticipate that the number of Sudanese we have will increase because we have had 3 incredibly brave women who have joined our cohorts and shown the community I can be a woman and a mother and a wife and an entrepreneur.
Like,
and women are lining up after them. They're saying, oh, she did it. And your boy did it.
yeah, your boy did it.
Kamisa did it.
Yeah.
Omaha did it.
Yeah.
I'm getting in line.
See, and what I love about, especially like different cultures, word of mouth travels fast.
Yeah, I know.
It travels really fast.
Man,
like,
that gossip train.
my mom was like, your boy did this, and I was like, do you have an idea? She's like, no, I'm too old.
Oh,
but I told her it's not
old.
about that. It's you don't know what's possible. And I think that's a message that Echo Collective continues to sing to, whether it's funders, donors, people that want to support or even get into the program. It is possible. A lot of people think, like, especially living in Lincoln, a lot of people feel like they can't reach for the skies because we're such in a smaller city.
Yeah.
We're not in New York. We're
limited
not in LA.
resources.
But people are reachable here.
100%.
We have a refugee population that a lot of funders are like, hey, what are you doing to help these folks? So I'm like, this is your time. But when you were working with the immigrant and refugee population, when you were like translating at SEC, what were some of the skills that you had to learn while being an instructor? Is it pacing on how you spoke?
Yes.
Is it? Yeah. I tell that to people all the time.
Everything you say, yes.
Yeah.
How quickly I speak, the words I use. There are a lot of words that I avoid now. And even when you put me in academic settings, I can't talk anymore. I can't talk quickly. I can't talk with any words that are bigger than 5 letters because I'm so used to focusing on ensuring that who I'm with understands and has that comprehension. And I have full power to do that. And it's an honor for me to kind of do that puzzle and figure out what words to use so they can better understand. And also even just how I speak in terms of, what am I trying to say? Like some people, when they talk at the end of their sentences, they just kind of
Yeah. That's so true.
They just swallow the ends. And I have trouble understanding some of those folks. Whenever they come around me, I'm like, I'm missing 50% of what you're telling me.
Can you please say that again?
Yeah, where they start retreating back into themselves
and then
no. Finish it here. And it's like, no, please, come back. Yeah.
Because growing up, I came to the States when I was 2. So my whole life has been nothing but translating, especially with the work that we do at NeighborWorks, educating folks about the home buying process. That is a can of worms itself. How can you say language, or how can you deliver language that is understandable for multiple people who are speaking multiple languages in one room? Because there's a lot of information that needs to happen in 2 hours. But that's the problem that we're facing. It's do we have the same level of knowledge when it comes, same level of knowledge, but also of understanding?
Yeah. Intercultural communication is a strength.
Totally.
It's a skill. It's something that you have to work on.
Yes.
And it's uncomfortable because genuinely, I communicate as a chameleon 90% of the time.
Yep. You code switching?
And then the other 10% of the time, I'm frustrated and pissed off that I have to code switch. And let me tell you that 10% of the time, I'm not nice. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not taking any steps. I'm just annoyed. I'm like, I want to be able to tell you what you need to do, and you need to be able to do it. Well, unfortunately, that's like not how it works when you're in a relationship with other people, especially when I'm working with, the majority of cultures that we work with are much more relational than the American culture.
Oh, without
the only exception is we have entrepreneurs from Ukraine. And when I communicate with my ladies from Ukraine, it is like, it's so easy peasy because we have the same context.
Okay.
You know, where I can say, hey, I need you to do this right now. And they understand that very face value. They're not reading into it. They know that I'm not mad at them, that just because I'm being very brief, I'm not asking about their family. It's because I'm valuing their time.
That's true.
It's because it's the same type of communication system. I cannot do that with my ladies from the Middle East or from Sudan or even from a lot of countries in Latin America. It doesn't work, and it just sets the whole tone off wrong. And I'm growing. It's something I've been working on lately more so because I've been so burnt out. And I just want to be able to communicate organically.
But you want to be brief,
I can't. In my role, I can't. I have to. Yeah, I have to code switch.
Yeah, my mom's always like, I call her real quick. I'm like, Mom, this, and that. She's like, no. How are you? How you been? Why haven't you called me in a while? Blah, blah, blah. She's like, okay, what'd you call about? But I'm like, I'm so used to also American culture, like boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
But that's the culture that I grew up in. So when you were explaining that, I was like, yeah, I totally understand that. Okay, so as an entrepreneur, part of the Obama U.S. Leaders Program, and also being a wife and executive director, what are some ways that you take care of yourself and avoid extreme burnout?
That's hard because I have been feeling burnout lately. Yeah. And so I think for me, first of all, I have an amazing job. And so it takes a lot for me to get burnt out. And I think it's important to identify what's burning you out. Because for a long time, people are like, you need work-life balance and all of these buzzwords. But for me, when I try to enact work-life balance, my stress level is so much higher than it is if I can just live my life. And so I was learning that not all pieces of advice are for you.
Facts.
You can try it, try it out because it might be for you, but it wasn't for me. And so I know exactly what burns me out. And so I could work, 60, 70 hours a week and I can be happy as a clam, 100%. Right. But if I have several situations that week that are my burnout situations, I'm nearing hour 40 of working and I feel like I'm going to die. So you just have to know what burns you out. And I've been having a lot of those situations lately. However, I think for me, a lot of the quote unquote burnout is because I'm growing.
Ooh, a little uncomfort.
Yeah. I've been learning a lot of lessons, kind of what I mentioned about communication. And man, it makes me so tired.
Because it's emotional too.
Yes.
I've had to learn burnout. Because I've said yes to so many people. I wanna feel like I'm actually helping people. So I overexert myself. I say yes to things that are way in advance, not thinking about oh, did you look at your week when you said yes? Because you're going to be resentful because you said yes to yourself and to wherever you're going and not being fully yourself. And so it just came to a crashing point. I was like, bro, I need to take 2 days off of work and then call my therapist because I wasn't taking care of myself like I usually do. I usually still go to the gym in the morning, but I didn't journal. I didn't meditate. I didn't take frequent walks of just doing nothing just to recharge. I was just pouring in everybody's cup, and then I realized like I ain't got nothing.
Yeah.
So how can I be good when I'm not? How can I be good for others when I'm not good?
Mm-hmm.
That's a hard lesson I had to face because people come to me, especially in my family, like there's a problem, but I'm like I can't always do that.
Yeah.
And it's okay to tell my family, hey, I can't do that. But hey, maybe such and such, this is a learning lesson for them. They can learn some problem solving on this thing.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't have to rely on me. Because
Yeah.
that's the reason why. They're like, oh, Kelly will do it.
Yeah.
Kelly knows how to do it. And the next thing you know, you're like, damn, now I feel bad because I am the only one who can do it.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also like, no, that's not fair.
Yeah. Well, okay. The truth here is it's easier to do it yourself.
That's how I feel.
Yeah. And so you say, no, I'll just do it.
Mm-hmm.
And you burn yourself out.
Mm-hmm.
And you're not providing those educational opportunities to other people so they can figure it out themselves.
That's so true.
That's so true.
Because like I'm the oldest, so I've done all the things. And they're like, well, 2 would probably do it faster.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh my God.
And I'm like, okay, I'll just do it real quick. And then I'm mad doing it. I'm just mad doing it. And then next, the rest of my day is kind of messed up. But there was a quote that somebody was like, I always have a good day. I might have a bad minute, I might have a bad hour, but it's always a good day. I think I always keep that in mind. Like your day is going to go up and down and not being too high and not being too low. Staying in the middle, but with a little bit of wiggle room in between. Because at that point, I feel I can at least sustain what I'm doing because I like to do things.
Yeah.
I like my own schedule of doing things.
Mm-hmm.
So when something does come and I'm like, I don't want to do that right now.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay because I know somebody asked me, they know I could do it. And I actually do want to help them.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, bad days or a string of bad days, it's tough, but I'm always going to have the mindset of it's going to be okay.
Yeah. And honestly, emotional maturity does not include extremism. And so
maturity does not include extremism.
And so like you're driving down the road, someone cuts you off, you slam on the brake, all of your stuff flies into the floor, right? Your coffee sloshes everywhere. It's 8 a.m. You can let that ruin your whole day.
You can allow it, yes.
But if you look at the situation, you say, I'm mad right now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to be mad right now.
And allow myself, yes.
So then in 5 minutes, I can calm down, find the silver lining, and move on.
Yeah. This is good. Okay. Well, what are your favorite and least favorite parts about the nonprofit industry?
Oh boy. When I started Echo Collective, I wanted to do things differently.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was my chance.
Yeah.
I was never going to start Echo Collective again. I was starting it now. And because I had experience before, I knew the things that were broken. And if no one tries to fix it, then things stay the same. And so there were some things that I knew as an employee that I wanted to change. So some things that I have seen in the nonprofit industry is all of this work and effort goes into bringing dignity to your clients, and you step all over your staff.
Damn.
And you don't respect your staff. So I knew going in that my staff, they were going to feel like queens, okay?
Yeah.
And so, yeah, my staff, like full-time is 35 hours a week, unlimited vacation.
Gotta love it.
Everyone, even part-time, gets paid holidays. We're just enacting retirement options for everyone, even part-time. They're all paid commensurate with local levels. We do bonuses twice a year.
Oh.
Like I treat my staff like the professionals they are, because without my team, I'm nothing.
That's true.
And so that's one thing I wanted
True
to
leader.
change.
True leader.
And if my staff feels appreciated and valued, and they know that, like, not only are they reaping the emotional benefits of working for a nonprofit, but they're also able to pay their bills, they're going to show up their best every day.
That's true. And feel fulfilled with the mission of Echo Collective. Or,
Yes. And that's going to reflect in our clients 100%. And so that's one thing that I really wanted to change. The other thing was, like, nonprofits we always have way too many clients and we don't have enough resources. That's just honestly how it works.
The recipe, yeah.
And so what happens a lot of times is things are messy and they're not cute. Things are not cute in the nonprofit world.
Yeah.
And I'm like, if I'm serving women, my organization is going to be a place for beauty and of beauty.
Yeah.
So we're going to do good and look good doing it.
Yeah.
So I put a lot of thought into, of course, like our online presence, what things look like. And when we throw events, like, yes, everything's pink.
Yeah.
Everything's beautiful because we take pride in our environment. And also, we're organized. Like, we're a small nonprofit still, but like we operate, you can hold us up to like a $1 million budget nonprofit, and we're in line.
You're stretching those dollars.
Yes. Yeah. We have all the policies. We have all the checks and balances. We have,
That's so dope.
Yeah. Because that was really important to me, because I don't want to be like, oh, we're small.
Yeah.
We're small, which is why we're being sketchy. Some people say
I've heard
that.
I've
Some
heard
nonprofits, yeah. They're like, we're
that.
grassroots. That's why we're toxic. I'm like, nope. That's not why.
But yeah, I really love that you said that you really want your employees to feel important, that they are contributing massively to the organization. Because a lot of people, they can get in an organization where they feel like they're not trusted in doing their work, even though they were hired to do the job.
Yeah.
So at that point, you start second guessing yourself. And so you're not being yourself. So a lot of people feel like, fight or flight. It's time for me to find a different job.
Yeah.
So I think, I don't know if you believe in this, but I do. People don't leave jobs, they leave their bosses.
Oh, 100%. And I've had so many bosses. 25, 30, 35 bosses. So I know I just made a laundry list of don't do this, don't do that, don't do this.
I worked at McDonald's, and that was my first job. And my manager was my neighbor down the street. I loved it. I worked there for eight months. Then he left, and I was like, I'm done. So it really does matter about the culture that you have at work, and if you feel valued. At that point, you're gonna want to keep coming. Everybody wants to feel valued, All right. So we talked a little bit about your personal life, but how does being an executive director affect your personal and social life?
Echo Collective is a really unique nonprofit because we really don't have lines between our professional and our personal lives.
Because work and life balance doesn't make sense in that.
Yeah, okay. I 100% give my team the ability to do that. And I tell them, I say, turn your phones off. Don't have like your email push. Like don't do any of that. Okay. Because that's your time. I don't expect you to respond. You don't have to go out with our girlies on the weekends. That's not expected.
Oh, y'all go out.
But you can if you want to. Of course we do.
I love that.
But that's the hard thing. So a lot of my good friends are graduates.
That's a real relationship.
Yeah.
That's so awesome.
And so it does not work for every nonprofit. It could actually be very harmful in certain situations. But for us, it works with just what we do. So it truly is a collective. We're just women who are sharing resources and knowledge and lifting each other up and doing it, as a 501c3.
That's so dope. Wait, is ECHO an abbreviation for something? Acronym for something?
Yeah, it's an acronym.
What is it?
Empowering Communities Through Her Opportunities.
Wow. Why did I just learn that?
That's one of our trivia night questions. When we have our trivia night in February.
So you do like trivia?
I love trivia. Obviously, I was homeschooled.
That's awesome.
Love me trivia.
So what is the conversations that you have with your partner when you're having a long week, so they don't feel like they're being neglected? It's just like, hey, I got this going. Because like my girlfriend's more of a homebody, and I'm more of like I'm out and about. I'm always doing something. She's like, can't you just like relax? And sometimes I do need that. But how do you communicate with one another so you guys still have that value time?
Yeah. I mean, it's different in every relationship, obviously. Mm-hmm. But when I met my husband, I was working a couple jobs and going to school full time. So he's always known me.
So this is all he knows too?
Yeah.
Okay.
And he's always known my goals too. He's always known that. So like when he met me, I didn't really have a lot of friends.
Okay.
I had a really hard time making friends from when I left homeschooling at the age of 16 until about mid-20s. I couldn't make friends, couldn't keep friends. A lot of backstabbing, a lot of ghosting. And one of my goals was to have a good circle of friends. And so that's why my life is unmanageable now, because I have so many amazing women in my life that it's like a really strange problem to have too many friends, but it's something I dreamed of for a decade.
Yeah, that's true.
And so I think he knew what he was getting into.
You knew what you was getting yourself into.
Yeah. So I don't know if that's a good answer.
No, that is, because you communicated that from the jump. Like, hey, these are my goals. These are my values. This is where I want to go.
Yeah.
If you're with
he was just, I think, insightful enough to see that.
Okay. You didn't have to tell him.
No. He's like, this girl
he can read your mind.
Has something broken inside of her, and she cannot stop working.
We'll figure it out in therapy.
Yeah, you should bring him on next.
Yeah.
Get the other side.
So tell me a little bit about Kelly, bro.
Get the other side.
Does she sleep? Does she do this?
I do sleep a lot, actually. Sleep is very, very important to me.
Okay, I'm learning that.
I love sleep. I wish I could be sleeping right now. I'm sorry. I wish I could always be asleep. Yeah. So I don't allow myself to get less than 7.
Oh, shit.
Because then I get depressed, super depressed, almost immediately.
I have narcolepsy.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
So regardless of how many hours of sleep I get.
Yeah.
So I usually 5 to 7.
Yeah.
On the weekends, we're getting 10.
That's good.
But
what's the longest you've ever slept?
I think I slept at 8 o'clock one day, and I woke up at like 11 in the morning. I don't know how. I'm glad it happened, but I woke up even more tired.
Wait, 8 p.m.
8 p.m.
to 11 a.m.? Mm-hmm. Oh, that's child's play. Are you kidding me?
What? I was so upset because I fell asleep at 8.
No, I've been out for, I think, 18 hours before.
Are you dead? Are you alive right now?
I love sleeping. I don't think you understand. I love it. It's my favorite thing to do.
Oh my God. My girlfriend's the same. She's like, oh, I just really want to go.
Yeah. But as I get older, I can't sleep that long anymore. And that's the sad thing. It's like, okay, I'm getting older, which means I'm wiser. Mm-hmm. I'm smarter, right? But then when you have those little things that creep up on you that show you're getting older, like, I can't sleep more than 8 hours a night now. Or like wake up at 5 a.m. and I can't go back to sleep. I'm like, oh my God, I'm aging.
Now it makes sense why older folks get up at 5.
They can't sleep. They can't sleep more than like 6 hours.
I guess I'm already old. My body's already old.
Oh no.
Because my question was going to be, what is your morning routine like then?
Oh. Well, okay. So here's the deal. One reason why my early life, we're going to call that up to age 25, was really rough was because I had undiagnosed depression and anxiety, pretty severe. Mm-hmm. And so for me, the fact that I get up with enough time to shower for the day, I feel like I deserve a gold medal, to be honest. So I'm not someone, I can actually, like, there was a period of time where I was getting up and going to the gym at 6, which I do really like. It's way easier for me when there's more sunlight.
Oh yeah.
When it's wintertime, it's really hard for me to do that because it's so much darkness.
Yes.
In the beginning and end of your day. But I can do that. But I am not someone yet who can wake up and meditate or journal before.
Okay,
I have to have a little emergency.
Yeah.
Like, if you don't get up now, you're going to be late.
Yeah, you do like some urgency.
I don't like it, but that motivates me to leave my favorite state, which is asleep.
How many alarms do you have?
Oh, just one.
Okay. You don't snooze a lot. You're like, okay, this is like the latest I can get
If
up.
I start snoozing, that means I'm depressed.
Damn.
That's actually a clear signal to me that I'm depressed. Yeah.
I think I'm depressed.
Well,
A seasonal affective
the
disorder.
sad, yeah.
Like, I think it was like 2 weeks ago. I'm like, bro, why do I feel like this?
Do you take vitamin D?
No.
Okay, well, that's your problem.
Okay.
Take vitamin D. No, trust me. If I don't take vitamin D a lot every day, I'm like that. Like, I get so depressed.
Like, I have one of these at home.
Yeah.
And I just keep it on because I'm like, I feel like I need it. But vitamin D.
No, trust me. And when I don't take it, like when I don't take my vitamins for 48 hours, the next day, I'm like, I hate myself.
Yeah.
I hate my life. Like, what am I doing here?
Yes.
Should I get a divorce? Yeah. Like, no, genuinely. I just like, I can't think straight. I'm just so depressed. And it's the vitamin D.
I have something to do.
Yeah, you do.
I'm going to get some vitamin D. What does success mean to Kelly?
For me, success means impacting someone's life for the better and loving yourself.
Great. Who are the 3 most influential people in your growth?
Oh my gosh. This is a tricky question. Everyone,
we can group people.
Yeah. Okay, there's a Tennyson quote that goes, "I'm a part of everyone I have ever met."
Mm-hmm.
And I firmly believe that.
Yes.
So, okay, just off the top of my head, I mean, if we have to group people together, like, of course, my immediate family.
For sure.
Right? Obviously, that's a given.
Yeah.
And then my spouse, of course.
Shout out to you, brother.
As he is home alone right now. Poor guy.
Hold it down.
He's like, someday she'll come home. Yeah.
Do you have pets at least?
Yeah, we have 2 dogs.
Okay, cool. He's all right.
Yeah, they're the best.
He's got enough.
Yeah.
So your immediate family, your husband.
It's hard. It's really hard. I hate to name anyone specific because I'm leaving everyone out. I mean, the woman I mentioned earlier who told me to start a nonprofit, Katie.
Yeah.
Like, she changed my life.
Shout out to you.
Ex-boyfriends, lump them all together. They changed my life.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, there's like
That's true.
Yeah. With every person, you can see how they affected you to make a decision one way or another and how you ended up here.
That's why I don't always I don't have regrets. I sort of do, but I know that it's for the betterment of my growth.
Mm-hmm.
Like, because I wouldn't do that thing because I know it's hard. So life somehow happens.
Mm-hmm.
God put something in front of you and it's like, all right, you're going to have to do this then.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, okay, I'll learn because I wasn't going to do that.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I feel.
Okay, and I think that trend right now on TikTok with that little Muppets guy. Have you seen this?
Mm-mm.
Okay, the olive oil girl.
No.
Okay.
I'm sure my girlfriend would be like, I know exactly what you're talking about.
No, she probably does. You're really showing your age. This is embarrassing. But anyways, there's a trend right now where it's just a photo collage. And it's that Muppet with the long face. It's not Beaker, the long face, and he's like orange and red, and he has the hair that comes up.
No, I know what you're talking about.
Okay, and then it's playing like sad music in the background. I don't even remember which sound it is. Yeah. But then you I can hear the song. But anyways, you swipe through the collage, and it's people spilling their most horrifyingly embarrassing moments.
What?
And it, like, I mean, if you need to feel like you haven't messed up that bad, you need to go.
Bet.
Yeah.
I'm going to look at that.
No, you should.
Okay, what is
free
one?
therapy?
Actually, I'm going to write that down. Okay, what?
Your girlfriend straight up will know what I'm talking about.
No, I know she will.
Okay, good.
She's like, do you know, did you see this thing? And I'm like, no. Because I post and I ghost.
Oh.
On all my platforms.
Yeah, okay, so it was like 5 days after the CEO murder.
Oh, yeah.
And I asked my husband, I'm like, okay, so you've seen that, right? And he goes, what? And I go, oh my gosh. And I said, so there's this guy, Luigi.
That's how I feel.
Should I mention how attractive he is? All the girls are going gaga for him.
Yeah, is it his eyebrows or something? Or is it teeth, his body? What is it?
Everything.
All of it.
Everything.
The whole package.
The fact that he's just out there being Robin Hood. The
really
fact
is.
that there's like some crazy conspiracy theory with McDonald's and Monopoly money. Man, it's amazing.
I did hear about McDonald's. I don't know about the Monopoly part, though. Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, wow. It's crazy that you went on this because my next question was, what is one conspiracy theory that you like to entertain?
Which CEO do you want to murder?
No CEOs were harmed during the filming.
Yeah. Okay, wait. Conspiracy theory.
That you like to entertain.
Which one?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I totally believe that Bigfoot is real.
Oh, snap.
I totally believe that there's higher intelligence out there.
Agreed.
The one I'm loving lately is that there might be a shift in our possible president before January 20th. That's a fun conspiracy theory.
I like to entertain that.
It's like a hopeful conspiracy theory.
Gotta hope for it.
Yeah. So.
I need to look up that.
Yeah.
Trump dropping out? Or something
No.
like that on TikTok?
No, there's a conspiracy theory that he stole the election. Yeah. With Elon. Yeah.
Yeah, Haley was...
Yeah, ask your girlfriend.
She's tuned in. She's tapped in.
Of course be like, hey, she's probably part of the 3 a.m. club.
Another thing I don't...
Ask her that. Why isn't she doing this podcast?
She is not a talker.
Oh, I'm sure we would be talkers.
I think, yeah, hold on. I'm going to text her right now. Are you a part of the what club?
Yeah, or a member of the 3 a.m. club. Coming from you, she might think it's something weird.
Yeah, hold on. Are you a member of the
3 a.m. club?
3 a.m. club. Laughing emoji. I'll let y'all know what she say.
Okay. This is exciting. I love talking to your girlfriend through you. Yeah. This is what I'm here for, actually.
Okay. What are 3 things people should know about you that we didn't touch on? Are you a member of the 3 a.m. club?
I'm not.
Okay. I see the energy.
And it makes me feel really bummed out. No, there's like this psychic connection where all the women in the nation woke up at 3 a.m.
Wait, what?
And I didn't.
Damn.
But okay. Let's remember though that it takes a lot for me to rouse me from my preferred state.
From your slumber.
Yeah.
From your slumber.
Yeah. I think a lot of people don't assume, unless they knew me before, but don't assume that I was ever kind of a nightmare person. I've done a lot of personal growth. Yeah. A lot of people probably assume that I've always had a lot of friends.
Yeah.
That's not true. A lot of people probably assume that I've always just been a go-getter. That's not true.
Yep.
Yeah. I genuinely feel like I am a completely different person now than I was within the last 5 years.
Growth.
It's more than growth. It's like a body swap.
Literally. Like, I don't feel like I'm the same person I was like when I was 22. But I think it was like 27. I was like, I feel a shift happening in my life. I started becoming a go-getter. I was like, I have the capabilities. I have the skills. Why not? Mom and dad made this sacrifice for me and my siblings to accomplish any kind of dream I want.
Yeah. Well, your brain finished developing.
That's
so
true.
That's a bonus.
Like, whoa, I can actually think.
Yeah, my life was way different after my brain finished cooking.
Like, oh, why didn't I think of this before?
I tell my goddaughter that. I'm like, listen, your life is hard because you're running around with like a half-formed brain. Yeah. Okay? It's okay that it's hard, and I'm sorry it's hard. It gets a lot better.
I promise.
Once you're a fully functioning human. I've lived it.
Okay, rapid fire questions, which usually is not rapid. But imagine that your pets could talk. What would they say about you?
I think that my pets would say that I'm a very silly, goofy person and that I'm very loving and that I need to, for the love of God, stop making up songs about them and singing them to them.
You make your own jingles?
I do, about the dogs. Some of them they like, some of them they don't like.
What kind of dogs?
We have a Shiba Inu.
Shiba.
Yeah, he's all white. He's a cutie. And then we have a rescue, and we did a DNA test on her for Christmas one year. And we found out that she's a German Shepherd, a Pit, and a Husky.
Holy crap.
Yeah, and she's so fun.
Energy.
Lots of energy, a little bit of neuroticism.
Yeah.
But a big lover.
That's
like
good.
The Pit comes through with her so much. Like she just will smother me to death with love.
Like, relax.
Yes.
If you could instantly master any language, what would it be?
Probably Arabic.
Same. I studied it.
I'm studying it.
I can read
Spanish,
it. I don't know what it means though.
Yeah, same. We're about the same level then. Yeah. I actually have, I have it right here. I have a tattoo on me in Arabic.
I wish I could get a tattoo.
And there you go.
Which female entrepreneurs or women in general have had the greatest influence on your work?
Skip.
What is the weirdest food combination that you enjoy?
I like peanut butter on burgers.
Wait.
Is that weird? I don't know.
No, it's not.
Okay. Well, then that's not weird. I don't know. What's yours?
Oh, yeah. You know those sausage biscuits that you can get like a Burger King or McDonald's? Is literally, I like to put jelly on it.
Okay, that's not weird either.
I don't like peanut butter, but I know a lot of people that like peanut butter burgers, peanut butter wings, peanut butter noodles.
Yeah, you can get like peanut butter jelly burgers. I love those. I
would actually try that.
Yeah, they make burgers with like some type of like sharp cheese and a jelly, and oh my gosh, I'm getting so hungry.
If you could swap lives with anyone for a day, who would it be and why?
Oh man. You should let me prepare for these questions.
That's the reason why they're rapid fire. Trying to get you on your feet.
I'm not very good on my feet. Probably like, oh damn, I wish I could, oh sorry, I shouldn't say that. I wish I could remember her name.
Referencers, I could put her on the screen.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so she went to the Olympics, and I think she ran the 400.
Okay.
And she was crazy fast.
She has kids? Wait. Light-skinned lady?
I don't remember if she was light-skinned or not.
That's all I can.
She like had full lashes on. She had full nails.
Oh, is it Shikari? Or no, she ran the 100.
Yeah, but she was so fast.
Yes.
I'd want to be her and I'd want to run that fast.
Did you do sports in high school?
No, I was too scared.
That's fair. What is one thing you love most about yourself?
I like that I'm really playful.
Yeah.
Like I haven't lost that about myself.
Same.
And so I like just goofing around and being silly, and I think it keeps me young.
Yeah, and like the world is very serious already. Why do we need to add to that?
Mm-hmm.
That's how I see it. They're like, when I went to college, everybody thought I was like 18. I was like, bro, I am 27.
I just finished a class at UNL, and the other students thought I was 22.
You're like, thank you.
And I was like, well, there's something obviously wrong with all of you. The fact that, like, none of you are going to catch a predator. Like, this is very concerning. We need to bring someone in to
You guys ain't going to catch a predator.
Like, are you kidding me?
Okay, you have Instagram, what is it? Unknown. It's about traveling.
Across the universe.
Damn, that was so off. Across the universe.
So
Goodness gracious. I need to eat.
Me too. We need to get those burgers in here.
Where are your 3 favorite places to travel?
Places I haven't been yet.
Go ahead.
Okay, I really want to go to Iraq so much. My 3 goddaughters are from there, and I really want to go with them, which is one reason why I'm trying to learn Arabic.
That makes sense.
I really want to go to Jordan and see Petra. Ooh. I think that would be incredible. And then where else? And then I do think I would love to go to, and I don't know which country in Africa I'm thinking. Probably somewhere like in Central Africa, like where it's lush.
Oh, that's definitely like Congo, DRC.
Right. Yeah.
Don't go to Sudan. Desert.
I know.
What would be the first big buy that you would? What is your first big purchase if you were to receive $1 million?
A house for my goddaughters.
Oh, you're never gonna hear an answer like that. That's very selfless.
No, I would. That's my goal. I'm gonna buy them a house in the next 2 years. Yeah, they deserve it.
We'll update you guys.
Yeah.
If a movie was made about your life, what genre would it be?
I hope it would be inspirational. But I do think it would be pretty lighthearted.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I feel like I'd like Kristen Bell or someone would play
Kristen
me.
Bell.
Yeah. You know, like someone who can be serious, but is kind of quirky enough that nothing's super serious.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And last question. Did you enjoy your time on Blazin A Trail Podcast?
Obviously.
Okay. Do you have any questions for us?
Who's your next guest?
I think it's going to be Michael Garrett. He is an Omaha entrepreneur.
Oh.
He has his own fragrance business. I love fragrances.
Oh, I think I have heard of him.
86 West is his company. Now he has clothing too.
I wonder if I've heard of him. I wonder if he pitched.
He probably did.
Yeah.
They used to do like shoe conventions back in the day called Soap. I'm like, we need to get you on the show.
Yeah, for sure.
Do you have anything to promote?
Yeah. Okay, well, honestly, here's the deal. I've given a lot of myself to a lot of people.
Talk about it.
And at the ripe age of 35, I'm speaking out more. I'm being myself.
I love that.
You know, instead of being the one that's lifting up other people, I'm also showing my face every now and then and being like, hey, I'm a person, even outside of Echo Collective.
Yeah.
So if anyone wants to get to know who I am outside of Echo Collective, you can follow me on Instagram.
Where can they find you? What's your app?
_ across the universe. And we're spelling across.
Not AK.
AK ROSS.
Do you get it?
K Ross.
Do you get it? Okay. And I just like to leave some space for folks to just give just general advice to folks as we close. What are some advice that you would give to a female entrepreneur that is inspired by your story?
I would tell her that everything she needs to be successful is already there. It's already inside. But she has to take a chance on herself.
Ooh.
And people are going to say no. And that's part of the journey. Mm-hmm. But if she believes in herself and she pushes herself to live her best life, everything's going to work out.
Everything's going to work out. Thank you so much for coming on the show, Kelly.
Yeah.
I appreciate you. I would like to thank y'all for listening to Blazin A Trail Podcast. Remember, leave a 5-star review and subscribe to our channel. Leave a comment on what you've learned about our friend Kelly. Make sure to follow us at Blazin A Trail Podcast on Instagram. And shout out to KZUM 89.3 FM radio station. We have gone past the 1 hour limit, but just a shout out to them. Here's my advice that I always give everybody. Don't be so hard on yourself. Make sure to take action on your trail. It's either one day or day one. You choose. As always, Trailblazers, start with yourself because you are the one. So make it happen.
Yeah.